And hello there everyone, welcome back to Founder's Fortune. I'm King Hedgehog, and today we're going to start with the preparations for winter. I know it just said on the right top it is now spring. Already about 3/4 into spring, so soon to be summer. And food is, I wouldn't say dwindling, but we're not doing amazing. Yeah, we've got 13 tomatoes, 11 apples, and 2 potatoes left. So let's get our farming up now. We're going to start off with a nice bed for our tomatoes because they're already starting to grow. And then we need to get some beds for potatoes out there because Simone, who is our farmer, is actually allergic to tomatoes. But the problem with the potatoes is that they don't grow yet. Let's get this here first before the cow decides that this is where it wants to stand. Exactly. Here, okay, so let's get Simone out there. Construct. Don't know what you're doing at the moment, but it is time for you to become the farmer you were scheduled to be. Then Mr. Constantine is going to be our forester eventually, but first let's get to work and let's get him a carpenter's workshop. Because that's what we need in order to make tools. Your stamina is nearly full. You're having a good dream. Okay, so soon he will start to construct that. Andrea, though, she is still hurt for another 38 minutes, but she usually has good health. Treatments are 20% more likely to succeed. Constantine, yes, please construct that. And while we're at it, I mean, we only have 5 wood left, so we need more wood. Yep. How about you go and cut yourself a tree, Andrea? Well, kick a tree. Constantine, I know that you like building, but I need wood. Go and cut a couple of trees. Simone, you can now start actually sowing. I know you don't like tomatoes, but see, she's allergic to tomatoes. If she is forced to eat it anyway, she's going to have an allergic reaction. So let's make sure that we have enough food. We only have 2 potatoes left. We still have 7 apples. But as soon as we tick over to summer, we should be okay. Because you should be able to then start working on potatoes. And that ought to save her life. It is the last day of spring. That's a good thing. Okay, and Constantine constantly has the urge to build. Let's have a look here at his skills. So he is set to number 2 builder. Let's get him all the way up to forester and let him actually start focusing on cutting down trees. Mr. Constantine, please continue cutting trees.
Yep.
And then Simone, yep. Sow some more tomatoes. Yep. Andrea, you are going to construct. That is okay. Now we have 39 wood. So let's go here and let's order ourselves a wooden axe. Which can now be made by Andrea. You can go and make the tools. And since he is working on getting us some more wood, in storage we have the tool rack here. Which we're going to put right there. That costs us 20 wood. And Simone can construct that once she's done eating. There. It's not going to take her too long to build that. Here. Now, this tool shed is now built. I do need to send Ted an owner. And I'm going to make Constantine here the owner of the tool shed. He can continue though kicking this tree because there's no tool in it yet. Once we have the tools, we can actually here click on select. Whatever tool we assign, that is what Constantine will come to pick up, and that is what he will use. But for now, let him kick a tree because we really need the wood. Because straight after, I would like to build another tool shed. There, and once we have... What are you doing? Are you done? Is the tool done? No, it is not.
Yep.
Why did you stop making tools? They really have zero attention span whatsoever. Only halfway done. And then since we have more wood now, let's also get the loom. We need a little more wood. We need 30 wood for that. Let's get the loom out there, because as soon as we have a loom, all of them are going to be a little bit more happy. Because that's one of the wishes they all three have. Not sure as to why though. We haven't done anything yet to warrant any clothing, and they're not running around naked, so we should be okay. Three-quarters done on our wooden axe. There we have 7 wood. That should be enough to make the loom. Work, loom. And let's put that right there next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you are more miner than you are builder, but here, yeah, you want to build that too, no problem. Ah, and there's now no more resources to make the tool. So we're really waiting for... Wait, cut some trees. So we're really waiting for him to now get 25 wood again so she can finish the axe. I was gonna say, let's have a quick peek at the expectations of our colonists, but we have a bug infestation. A swarm of bugs has come down on your fields and is destroying the harvest. The colonists need to cut affected plants before the infestation spreads. Okay, so Simona, you are right on there. There's not too many though, so please remove all of them. There's only 3. You can handle that, can you? How are you doing with your tree kicking? Not too bad. There, only 1 to go. Now, let's give us a little bit more wood. The bug infestation is over. Good, and now Simone is tired, so she's gonna go and take a nap. That is what old ladies need to do, apparently, after they do a little bit. Okay, Andrea, you can now continue making tools, please. Because we really would like to get that wooden axe, so he gets us a little bit more wood and faster wood. And then we can make you a wooden pickaxe. Not sure as to how a wooden pickaxe would help you with gathering stone, but... It would be nice, though, that once you start making the tool, it would deduct the resources so it doesn't stop like it did now. Here, now, she's going to be finished soon. There, and she's now going to take a nap, I have decided. Nope, go to sleep. And then you can select wooden axe. There we go. So Constantine, when he wakes up, he should go to pick up the wooden axe.
Yep.
Okay, Constantine is awake and eating. Then because he's going to sleep back after, of course he is. That is their main activity in the night hours, I guess. It's eating and sleeping, and then eat some more, and then sleep some more. But as long as they stay in a good mood, I'm good. Yes, go back to sleep, Eddie. Simone, on the other hand, she is well rested. She has a wish fulfilled, which makes her happy. Now, she also wants to get a campfire in the colony. I do want the same. But first, we need to get some houses. We're running out of food. I mean, we still have 7 tomatoes, and she is working very fast here on getting more food up and running. Now, I am thinking about adding another line of potato soil. There, look at that. That's going to be really, really good, because potatoes is going to be the main source of food we have going through the winter. Because tomatoes, they will eat them probably before then. Okay, so Andrea has decided that she has slept enough. She's well rested. That's +4 for her mood, so her mood is fairly okay. Now, as I was going to say, I wanted to have a look at the expectations they have. So the food is good. She does expect a better home because she wants to sleep inside. Now, sleeping inside, we can fairly easily drag all the bedrolls here inside that little house we have, but I would rather let them wait a little bit more and then actually build them a house. Now, her other wish is that she wants to reach level 1 as a miner. Let's have a quick peek. How is she doing there? She is currently at 45 out of 100, so let her chop away at stones, and that is something she will reach all by herself. And then once she reaches that, automatically she's going to level up here in her satisfaction. It's going to give us another point. We can give her another trait for that. Now, Simone is working away on the soil, and look at this now. Constantine finally has his wooden axe, which gives him a little bit better yield and faster chopping, I assume. But removing the tree stump, I don't think it gives us any wood, though. It is now summer, and with that, he was not too happy because they now think that we are unprepared for winter. And that actually damages their mood. Gives us 3 negative points. Then again, we are here working on getting the food for the winter ready. Yep, Simone is going to go and eat something. And there's still apples and potatoes, so we are all good there. And then she's going to work on getting more potatoes. We're running out of food. Well, yeah, but we are working on it very fast. So let's go here and let's assign Andrea to the other tool shed. Now, there's no tool in it yet, so you just continue mining stone. And Constantine is still working on getting us more wood. Now, he wants more life satisfaction. For that, he wants to get himself a bedroom. That gives us 40, which puts us at 190, and that's going to give us a level up. But before we can do that, I do want to have the wooden pickaxe, and I want to start building our community home, so to say. A little community center where we're going to have our general storages and where we can have the campfire. Nice place for them to sit around and enjoy their time while they're here. Okay, Constantine just gave us a little bit more wood, which means right here we have enough now for a wooden pickaxe. So let's get Andrea. Yeah. Make yourself some tools, sweetheart, just so you have a wooden pickaxe. And you can actually mine a little bit faster. Simone is planting away here on our potatoes. And the first tomatoes have fully grown right there. But her main focus is still on the potatoes. Now, if we have a look here also on her professions, she is mainly a farmer, only a little a builder. I'm going to reduce that actually still by 1. But if we click on this little arrow, we get a drop down. What tasks does she need to do as a farmer? Now, I don't want her to care for animals or harvest apples. I don't need cotton from her, nor cook food. All I want her to do is tend the fields. That's all she needs to do. Just to make sure that we get as much food as possible in the time that we have. Now, Andrea is still our miner. We're running out of food. I know, we're working on that. Okay, so we have the miner. Let's open that. She does want to reach level 1. Mine stone, mine iron ore, and crystals. I can take out the iron ore because we can't yet. For that, we need to spend 2 skill points, so she needs to level up twice before we can do that. But first, I want to get to the level of stone tools. Now, I'm not sure if the stone tools are Well, they probably do require us a different... Yes, that needs the mason's workshop. So, for that we need masonry. Now, what do we need to... For masonry, we need furniture 1. Gives us simple wooden shelves, wardrobes, chests, tables, chairs, benches, cases, weapon display case, wow, and a simple wooden bed. So maybe the first thing we need to research is actually furniture or weaponry. But the weaponry is going to be fairly useless if I don't have anything to put it in. Okay, so let's do first furniture and then masonry so we get the better tools. And then after that we can have a look at tailoring and gardening. And I mean, there's a lot still to be researched, but I only have 3 colonists and one of them is an elderly lady who only has 30 and a half days to go before she's going to pass away. Our wood production is doing fairly well. We have 81 wood so far. Andrea's still crafting away on her pickaxe. Should be nearly done though. She is already assigned as the owner of the tool storage. There we go. Let's assign the pickaxe. Go back, my dear, and pick up your pickaxe, will you? Oh, we can actually see it in there. That's nice. And now she is carrying it. Very good. Okay, so that's going to increase our stone usage. Whereas he is very busy chopping trees and getting us more wood. And Simone is now taking a nap from all the hard labor here on the fields. Okay, so I did want... Let's start with the floors and let's make a simple dirt path, which is going to be the main road for our village. And I think we're just going to pull that right about here. Now, that is very expensive. We're running out of food. But we're still running out of food. I mean, we have 3 apples, 7 tomatoes, 2 potatoes. And Simone is working very hard on getting more food out there for you guys, so... Be a little mindful, will ya? Well, if the 2 of you are eating, she's the only one who's farming. Calm down.
Yep.
Yep. Start harvesting, please. I said please. There you go. And they continue with their favorite activity, eating and sleeping. I mean, they're eating like buffaloes and then they're crying afterwards that we don't have enough food for winter. Okay, but focus. We do want to get a couple of walls built, and also we want to get a campfire. Now, I want the campfire as actually a nice place. So what are we going to do is I'm going to put down a couple of stools. 1, 2, 3. No, down. Turn it. 1, 2, and 3. And we turn it again. Look at that. Ah, we don't have enough wood now. Low spirits. Who's low spirited? Constantine? What is it? Nightmares? Of course he's having a nightmare. Okay, he really needs to get leveled up soon, because we really need to get this out of there. The insomnia. I don't have any points, but the insomnia needs to get out so he can actually sleep better. Now, Andrea, isn't that better using a tool to get stone rather than kicking it? I mean, your leg is still hurting, right? Yeah, for another 18 minutes and 25 seconds. And Constantine is just being a lazy bum.
Yeah.
Who had a nightmare, so he's now in a bad mood. But Andrea, I do think that we have enough stone at the moment. Can you please go and gather some more crystals? The proud people of the sun, we want 3 tomatoes and 1 wood. Well, you can have that, buddy. Don't worry. Goodbye. You're welcome. I mean, it's not really like I can do anything. You decide to fight. We are cooked because I have no weaponry whatsoever. Okay, so we have a little bit of wood again. Let's continue building. Who's having a burnout? Constantine? And why is he having a burnout? Because he had a nightmare. As in, seriously, and now for 12 minutes, he's not going to be doing anything. Unbelievable. And there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, well, we have 6 crystals. Please cut a tree. Because this lazy bugger is decided that he has a burnout. Because he had a nightmare. They're such idiots sometimes. Okay, Simona, how about you go and harvest? We need to have food. You're crying that we're unprepared for winter. The food is just standing there and you're not doing anything about it. Yes, we're running out of food. I know, that's what I just told her. Okay, so in order to start working on the issues Mr. Constantine apparently has, well, thinks he has, let's get a couple of walls up. He's not going to get anything fancy. We will give him... This is where the place is going to start. So this one is going to be the patio. 2 blocks, that ought to do. I think that is a 5x5. That is 5x5. How to move furniture? Well, I don't really need to move furniture at the moment. I need to build first. And then let's give him a door. Right about there. Ah. How can I cancel this now? I can't. Can I? Oh, I can assign no animal zones. Get out of there. Okay, I'm not sure yet as to how all of this is going to work, so we'll get to that eventually. Colonist happiness -5 at the moment. Colony wealth 39. Not sure what half of that means. Look at that, we're starting to get some food. Oh, all of it is tomatoes. Simona, please tell me you're not hungry. Okay, you're gonna go to sleep. Please go and harvest some potatoes first. I'm sorry, I know you want to have a nap, but if we don't have potatoes for you to eat, then you're going to be crying afterwards. Then, Mr. Constantine, I'm going to be removing your bed. And I'm going to be putting it right down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrea, can you please remove his bed? Because he's a whiny little guy, and I might actually give him a little bit more space around there, but then at least he has, so to say, a sleeping place indoors, and he can feel all better about himself there. Get a bedroom. Yeah, sure. What are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna go and talk to Constantine. Oh, you want to tell him a risky joke, huh? He's already in a bad mood, so who cares? Tell him a risky joke. Go for it. It's going to make you feel better. He hates it, but I don't really care. He's already in a bad mood. Had to witness a terrible joke. Oh my god, did you hear Simona's joke? It was so cheesy that my life is worse for hearing it. Well, you're already in a burnout, so I don't really care about what you think at the moment. If you'd be moving your butt... Oi, I asked you to do something. Stop eating. Your belly is full. Stop overeating. remove his bed first. So he can be more upset so he doesn't have a sleeping place anymore.
Yep.
What are you gonna do now? Nah. Construct his bed for him, will you? I mean, otherwise he's just going to cry there, although he is sleeping on the floor there.
Yep.
Sleep on the ground. Well, and if you now wouldn't be so bloody stubborn, I could tell you to go and sleep in your bed, but...
Yep.
Okay, you wanted to go to sleep now. We need some materials, and as a decent neighbor, you should help us out here. We need 11 stone and 1 healing potion. Now, the healing potion I'm not too happy with, but... what to do? Andrea, go to sleep, will you? Because otherwise you're going to get tired, you're going to hurt yourself, and... you're already limping for another 9 minutes and 49 seconds. Where's Simone? She's fully rested. Her mood is okay-ish. She still feels that we're unprepared for winter. But that's normal because she's living with 2 people who eat like buffaloes. And then again, we're only just over a third in when it comes to...
Yep.
There's a floor missing in your house and you're crying about that. You have a house. They're still outside sleeping next to the fire. Oh yeah, I don't have the wood for it because, oh yes, you're a lazy bum. Here, now you have a floor in your house. Not a full one, but who cares? I mean, if you would start to move your butt... Yeah. 5 more minutes. Reach relationship friend with Simone, but you were crying about her terrible joke, and you want to get a place to store weapons in your possession. You expect better food. Why? There's loads of food. What do you want? You want to be friends with her. Well, maybe you should stop being such a prick. And stop being so lazy. And cry about the fact that you had nightmares. And then get a burnout for your nightmare. Oh my god. Yeah, well, I can't tell you to do anything yet, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Expectation fulfilled. Which one was that? Food? Oh. Oh, just because... So you were crying about not having enough food because you didn't go there to eat. As you can tell, Constantine is not my favorite colonist at the moment. Okay, so we have 12 potatoes, 24 tomatoes. And Andrea is stumbling back to her stone. She had a bad dream, and she thinks we're unprepared for winter. Now, we need to be careful. Because she's not too happy at the moment. She expects a better home. Okay, Mr. Constantine, 3 more minutes before you start working again. And that's really annoying because other people need to pick up your slack. Okay, so then we have enough stone. Andrea, can you please start analyzing crystals and hopefully we can learn something from it. Something that might benefit all of us. Now, I definitely need a builder. We need a lot more stuff built. We need more wood so we can build them houses, but Constantine still hasn't decided to want to actually do something. Okay, so we have 1 minute to go on Constantine Lindner's issues. then his burnout is over and he can actually start working again. Now, he shouldn't really cry about sleeping on the floor, on the ground, because that was his own mistake. His bed was there. We need some materials as a decent neighbor. Again, okay, of course, you can have 10 cotton, 4 coins, no problem at all. I could go over there to actually trade with them. Oh, so there's actually 2. We have the first people of the earth, and we have the warriors of the north. Greetings, what brings you to us? Are you going to give us a trading discount? We see you as a good friend of our people, so we're trying to give you a 15% discount. Thanks a lot. Okay, see you later. So I can go there now, and at least I get a discount if we start trading. It's not like we're trading with them yet, but... Well, we have 40 food at the moment, so at least we're starting to slowly get better at that. Mr.
Yep.
Constantine, yep. Okay, you blew off some steam, that is good. You're in a decent mood again. You're feeling lucky. Was about time. Stop that nonsense and start cutting trees, because that's your freaking job. Andrea's already doing your research, the one that you were supposed to do, so she can continue gathering crystals, but somebody had a burnout because they had a nightmare. Okay, Simone is still planting away, getting us more food. Life is not so bleak after all. Well, wait for me to be finished with you, my friend. Now, he wants to become friends with Simona. I like that, but I don't have the time to deal with that at the moment because I need her to focus on food. Whereas Andrea is focusing on studying. 6 more crystals to go, and he is giving us wood. Okay, so I might actually put 1 more piece of wool down there. Can I put more floor down? Yeah, because we have enough wood now. Okay. Okay, so at least there's a full floor in there now.
Yep.
Does that mean he stops crying? Yes. And then we're just going to try and mirror that while he chops away enough wood. I'll start off with the walls again. I'll leave 2 blocks in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we close this off. Look at that. So we have it nice and mirrored. And of course we need a door in there, but we have no wood for the door. But Constantine is working on it. Now, Simona, how are you doing? I know you want a better home. I'll make you move in with Andrea for the time being. We'll give you each your separate room. You are at 52 out of 100, so you are nearly at the stage of leveling up. Well, you're over half. You're not nearly there, but you're over half. You're doing well. And Mr. Constantine? You still think we are unprepared for winter? That is fine by me. How are we looking here? 47 out of 100. And Andrea is a minor. 75 out of 100. Look at that. But she's doing some research first. Because she's going to give us furniture, if I remember. Well, yes. And then after furniture, we can start researching masonry. Now, it would be nice if we could get a new person here into our colony. And look at that, Simone is really working hard. Even here she already put potatoes. Wow. Yeah, she did have bad dreams all night. Oh, all of them are sleeping now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You blew steam, your wish is fulfilled. Yep, so you have more wishes and more wishes. That's all good. How are we looking now? We have wood, we have stone. Is it enough, though, to put a campfire down? No, we need more wood. Now, I know it's fairly unique, but Mr. Constantine is actually having a good dream for a change. Look at you, Mr. Constantine, having good dreams instead of nightmares and getting yourself a burnout because of it. So, Simone is back on the fields again. She's doing really well, though. I mean, we have 15 potatoes, 24 tomatoes. Since she doesn't eat tomatoes, they better, but... Okay, research is 7 out of 10 for furniture, and Mr. Constantine is still being lazy. Look at that, Andrea completed her research. Furniture 1 is unlocked. You need to select research. I am aware, but give me a moment. You unlocked furniture 1 can now do new stuff. Unlocked objects, simple wooden shelf, wardrobes, chest, table, chair, bench, weapon display case, simple wooden bed, child's bed, grave wood, wooden cross, and wooden street lantern. Okay, so let's have a first peek here. And if we look at life, we need 20 cloth. That we make here, right? Loom, cloth. For cloth, we need either wool or cotton. We have quite a bit of cotton. Here. Now, the problem is I don't have anybody to produce that. Oh, and we're doing good on the wood. We have 60 back in storage, and we still need our community center further built as well. Okay, so let's get a campfire right down there. Yeah, how about you work for others before you start working for your own, because you had your rest. Now, I know that you don't care about the campfire, but Simona does. And look at that, now you made her happy for a change. You wanted to be friends with her. That's how you do it. Okay, we have 49 food. Let's get a couple of walls. So we're going to have seats back there. And have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here. Okay, now let's drop a door in there. We don't have enough wood for that. Okay, Mr. Constantine, can you do your job? I know it's very unique that I expect you to do your job. But, what can I do?
Yeah.
Okay, Andrea, yes. I know that you like mining stone, but I'd rather have you gather crystals. And Simone is still working away on our food production for winter. Now, I really hope that we're going to be able to get enough food for winter before the summer ends.
Yep.
Well, actually, we might have already, because look at that. Neither one of them
Yeah.
is complaining that we're not prepared for winter. Store at least 75 meals in preparation for winter. We have 53 at the moment, so we might actually get to that. Reach level 1 as a miner. Yes, how are we doing on that, actually? As a miner, 85 out of 100, so only 15 to go. Mr. Constantine, your wishes. You want a place to store weapons in your positions. Well, we can give you a weapon rack, no problem at all. Here.
Yep.
Wait. Yep, go and build. Yeah, that's fine, you can go and build that for now. Just so you can be happy yourself. Need to keep you happy. There, look at that. And now you want to get a shelf for food from the campfire in your house. that we can definitely do. That is here in life. Oh, I don't have wood. So how about
Mhm.
you... Seriously, you're standing outside and you're lost. You don't know the way to get to that tree. Okay, so you chop some wood and then I can give you a shelf. No problem at all. We gladly do that, but first, let's get ourselves a door in here. Now, I do want some windows as well. We want the floor in there. We want to make it look all nice and fancy. But for right now, let's just get it blueprinted.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's gonna go and take a nap and then she's going to continue to sow potatoes. Slowly but surely, we are getting ready for winter. Okay, so and in preparation for moving them, I'm going to build another bed and I hope, do I have enough wood? I hope so, to put up some more walls. Okay, Simone is up and running again. She decided that when the other two are sleeping is the perfect time to actually do your job. Okay, so the trader arrives. We can go and haggle with him. Not sure though if there's anything I want to trade with him at this time. But let's have a look what he has. But he should be working on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simona, can you go and have a chit chat with him, please? And it is already the last day of summer, which means we need to get all our tomatoes in today. Let's have a look. What does he have to trade? Okay, so he does want to buy our potatoes and tomatoes. He's not really giving us anything for it though. And the illness medicine and healing potion, I don't want to give him. And even if I sell him pretty much all the food that we have, I'm not going to be able to buy anything from him that's going to be worth it. Now, what is scroll for? Ancient secrets are written on these scrolls. Experienced scholars can discover technology by carefully studying their texts. Some traders sell them at a high price. Yes, he does. Wooden axe, we can make those. Bread, not yet. Meat and potatoes, not yet. And tomatoes, but doesn't really give me anything. So, thanks, but no thanks. Can you harvest tomatoes, Simona? We'll just let the trader go whenever he thinks he's ready. Mr. Constantine, yeah, ready to actually go and work? Oh, you lost your way again? Go and cut a tree. You don't know how to? Here? Oh, so you can't path around it, but you need to go there first. Sure.
Yep.
Okay, so Andrea's working away on the stone. We have 30. We have 15 out of 50. And we have 90 raw food at the moment. We have 67 out of 90 raw food at the moment. Which means I do want to have a look. First of all, I want to build that, but more importantly, raw food storage. 25 wood is all we need, but then we can have another 80 raw food. Which is good, because since we no longer have the tomatoes, she can solely focus on potatoes. Okay, digging up the past. Lately, Constantine has been getting nightmares about his old friend Moritz, who died some time ago. It's always the same dream. Constantine has sunk deep into his thoughts. He wants to make peace with the past. Plans to sacrifice some items each night to show his departed friend that he cares. Ooh, Andrea made it to minor level 1. That should have fulfilled her wish as well.
Yep.
Oh, now her wish is to... Good for you. Good for you, Andrea. Now your wish is to reach level 2 as a miner. Okay, so he wants to dig up the past. Recurring nightmares. Wait until the night. Okay, let's still do that. We need to select a new research. That is true. Masonry. Then Andrea, you are chopping away there. How about you come and you do some research here? So after 5, you can actually continue with gathering crystals. Simona. Oh, all your fields are sown. That is good, but yeah, they are ready to be harvested, so no time to waste there. And since we are here, I mean, not really urgent. We can do that in the winter time. There, but let's get an extra line for the tomatoes there as well. Hopefully these ones are going to be fully grown. The trader is leaving. That's good. I really do not mind. Oh, and Andrea is now a miner level 1. Which also means that we have a skill point. So she can use stone tools. I can't make them yet though. But that's what she's researching at the moment. Here. Okay, so Simone is working hard on getting enough food in to fulfill her own wishes, basically. And then we go here for storage. Let's get some raw food storage. This is why I wanted this nice common place. And once again, I clicked on the wrong one. There we go. Now, Constantine is working on that. Andrea is wandering around. You can please construct this for now. Then afterwards, you can go back to your research. I know you're still working on it, but... Okay, so she just completed the food storage here, which now pumps our food up to a max of 170 that we can have in store. And we could actually make ourselves another storage for the crystals as well, which is only going to cost us 15 wood. There. I mean, the good thing with Simone is that she really doesn't need a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Andrea, on the other hand, okay, you did the first skill point there. That is good. Now, get working on some new crystals if you don't mind. Some crystal storage. So we can gather a few more. I think it is 5 crystals per storage. We now have 15. And we have 25, so it is 10. Collect 22 pieces of iron. I'm not going to be able to do that because I cannot... Oh, and he's going to be upset about that, is it? Yep. Well, he's fast asleep while...
Yeah.
Yeah, can you just construct that for yourself, please? And then we'll put the door right in there and one in there. What, did you take ownership of that already, or what? There. And I'll give you a floor. Yeah, Agnes is a little bit annoying at the moment. Here. So we have the floor there. Do we have enough wood for here? No, we don't. Do we at least have enough to continue the wall and close it up? Yes, we do. Oh, that's good. Then, last but not least, we can actually drag this one there. Let's flip it around. Place the bed right there. And then all 3 of them have their house inside. Okay, so what was your wish? You wanted to have 75 meals. Now, if you hurry up a little bit, we can actually get that done before they continue eating. So how about you go and harvest? You wonder if all this work is going to pay off? My wish came true. In this colony, I can get what I want. Well, sort of. Now you want to get a table in your house? You have a cow in your house. Does that count? No? Okay. See, it's a good thing that we did that because Constantine is munching away already. Ah, Simone, before. Harvest, harvest, harvest. The day's nearly flipping. Once it flips, it's done. There, just in time. I like that. Okay, so now we can just solely focus on getting the potatoes. We have 3 rows and this little bit over there. Now here we can always have baked potatoes. We always have 2 in stock. And baked tomatoes. Keep those in stock as well.
Yeah.
And now since that's going to be your responsibility, let's have a look as a farmer. You're now also going to be cooking the food, please. So you have 2 things to do. Tend the fields, cook the food. Now there's no storage to cook the... Well, to cook the food, yes, but not to place the cooked food. And for that I need wood.
Yep.
Yep, is Mr. Lazy here. And if Mr. Lazy is not going to be able to actually work and get us some wood, what can I do? Okay guys, now that is going to be the end of summer, so we are heading towards fall. I think we're getting pretty much ready for the winter. We have 82 food now. We do need a lot more wood though. So hopefully Mr. Constantine is actually going to move, and there we have it. It is already fall. He's actually going to move and do something about it by getting us some more wood. Our stone storage is nearly full, so Andrea will have to find herself a new activity to do. Which might actually be right there gathering crystals. Because then the winter time, Simone can actually spend studying the crystals, analyzing the crystals, because she can't really do any farming at that time. That besides tending to animals, but we don't have any animals yet. So I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for joining. And then of course in the next episode we will be going through fall, and most likely we'll end up in our winter time. Hopefully we have enough food, but Simone is going to be working around the clock just to make sure that we have enough food. That's why she's the right person to be the farmer, because she sleeps very little. And if we can get Constantine to not just do his job, but also level up a little bit more, so we can finally get rid of that insomnia, so he can stop having nightmares and actually start doing his job and work rather than getting burnouts because he has nightmares. Okay guys, see you next time for more Founders Fortune.